Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a short video on an upcoming training on Thursday, July 30th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time through Cascadia training that I'm doing. And it is covering a lot of material. I'm going to cover the how to use interfamily system, polyvagal ladder, and how food really impacts both of those systems. But what's really cool is Eric Strom, who is a lawyer and mental health professional, is going to present on the ethics of it so that you know how to stay within your scope when you're talking about food and the body and well-being. Um, so I wanted to give you an example of like how these things all integrate. And so, those of you who are familiar with the polyvagal ladder, you, great. This will make a lot of sense. And if you're new, you'll be like, oh, that might be interesting. I'm not going to go into the whole explanation. I'm just going to jump into a scenario that happened with me. So I do a lot of public speaking, but I decided I wanted to see if I'm good at improv because I'm pretty good at biological improv, but just general improv, I wanted to see what would happen. So I was kind of excited. And I go to the class and I'm mobilized and pretty relaxed going in because some people might be very anxious, like deer, but I'm pretty excited, right? I'm like, this will be fun. And I'm chit-chatting with people and we get started and we do a couple of exercises and now I'm kind of floating in and out of mobilized and anxious because it's challenging, right? And that's fine. And then this last big drop here, I had to do a paired exercise and I, my partner was really annoyed. And I don't actually know what he was annoyed at, but I read it, and my inner kids read it, is that he's mad at me and what I'm doing. And like that freaks me out. Like it just triggered all my trauma, and I like just dropped into what I call which is a more dorsal state, or what I call slothed up, where when I sat down after our little sketch, like I was really quiet and noticing now, not all the people have done this a lot of times and are having fun, but I'm noticing everyone who's freaked out. And I get through the rest of the class and I'm kind of, ranging from sort of like numb, slothed out to like verging on a panic attack. And I made it through and I go home and I get food because we're going to talk about all the reasons why you get food, but I got food. And what I really wanted to do is turtle up. And turtle up for me is doom scrolling. And it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which means I would doom scroll for until 10 o'clock at night and get a bad night's sleep and wake up feeling hungover because I've done that. But other people would binge eat, uh, drink, smoke marijuana, like do all the things to what I call, whoops, we're going to do the other one, turtle up,
Mhm.
right? Where you're just like, whoa, 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 like that was scary and horrible, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I don't want to scroll all night. And I was like, okay, let's see if we can get back to a more mobilized state. And so I do what I call doom calling, which is just calling every single friend on my phone until I find somebody who will talk to me and go for a walk. Right. And so I'm getting connected. This is helping with the ventral, like I'm getting connected. I'm getting motion. I'm doing bilateral stimulation through walking. Like I'm using all these neurological principles. I'm outside using my senses. I'm getting back into the present moment. And so I actually did that. And I went for an hour walk and talked to my friend and told her what happened and laughed about other things. And by the time I got home, I didn't need to doom scroll and turtle up and I had a good evening. I got some things done and I had some fun and I did some creative things and then I went to bed and slept great. Um, so that's what we're going to talk about. So I really hope that this was helpful and I would love it if you would come and join us. Mental health professionals, Individuals can come to this class. You don't have to be a mental health professional. You do get continuing education, and it's pretty accessible and it's a lot of fun. And I get reviews that people really find it applicable not only to their clinical practice, but to their personal lives. So please come join us. Have a great day. Bye.